So a lot of players are directly texting, or I'm testing them too sometimes, to ask information. So sometimes they tell me, please, can you say something about me because I want to leave the class? So yes, it's happening. And it's something strange. It feels still strange to me, but sometimes also big names are texting and they want to receive information or share information. So this is the new era of the transfer market, probably.
So have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Up. Everyone is doing well, winning live. First and foremost, I want you all to smash to piece that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so. We've got the notification bell, ding dong. Let's have it right so you know we go live. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership down below in the description. Salute to all the Minerals FC Ultras. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see. And salute to the no surrender mentality. So let's get straight into it. We've been briefed today, as usual, all in quick succession by the usual brown envelope culprits. And the first one we're going to land is Fabrizio Romano, 20 hours a day merchant. He says, Chelsea have closed doors, however, for Kepa, Chilwell, Disasi, Broha, Sterling. It's over for them, guys. It's over for them. Yeah. He's also said, in case Chelsea get a good proposal, João Felix could leave, but Chelsea are not closing doors on Felix continuing at Chelsea next season. And as we spoke yesterday with João Felix, they don't want to cook the books. They don't want to ruin the books or make a loss on the books. So if they can't sell João Felix, they'll loan him. And all this waffle that he's going to stay at Chelsea, I doubt it very much. Fabrizio Romano also lays out that Chelsea are looking to sell many players, and it's absolutely important and a must that we're going to buy a striker. But it is exactly the same energy to sell players in order to go into the market. So, Fabrizio Romano's letting everyone know, he's laying the groundwork down that we are a sell to buy club. It's as simple as that. Now, the players that have been reported by the PAthletic and Simon Johnson are as follows. Kepa, Badiashile, Disasi, Chilwell, Viega, Drewsbury Hall, Chukwuemeka, Felix, Nkunku, Sterling, Datro Fofana and Broha, which could potentially total, on average, about 200 million. Now, let's have it right. Kepa, Chilwell, and Broha are the only three players that were there from the previous regime under Roman Abramovich. All the other players I've mentioned are the signings of Kerry Winstanley, Stuart Little, Meatloaf Bowley and Egbali. So what does that tell you about the recruitment policy? I thought we were told to trust the process. All of these players are here for the long haul and they believe in the project. And all of a sudden, they're surplus to requirements. Why? Why are they surplus to requirements? What? They're not good enough? They're not good enough, no? Maybe they're not good enough. Chelsea are aiming, by the PAthletic, they say. Chelsea are aiming to get the majority of their business done, both ins and outs, by the end of June this year, which I heard last transfer window, same narrative. That includes two of the most high-profile acquisitions, a centre-forward and a right-footed winger. Lovely. So we need to sell 11, 12, 13 players, exodus these players that they've brought in, majority, as I've just mentioned, to fund and cater for signing a centre-forward after, what, 6 transfer windows? We still haven't got a centre-forward. And another right-footed winger, because they haven't bought enough wingers. Of course they ain't. We ain't bought enough wingers. We've got Pires coming in. We've got Esteval Willian in. We've got Sancho. They want to cut his honeymoon period at Chelsea because he loves Chelsea so much, paying a 12 million fee penalty charge. Or the rumour is they're going to pay the 25 million and sell him irrespective because he's on 300 grand a week. So that doesn't fit the profile and the wage structure. We've also got Madueke. Is he going to be sold? We haven't seen him on the list, but I'm sure they did try and sell him last summer. We've also got Neto on there as well. So Mudryk, we don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, he's going to be cut. So he should be on the list as well. So we're talking 13, 14 players that they're looking to get rid of out of the 90 players that they've bought, may I add. But we were told by Ornstein that we only need to judge after 4 transfer windows. This project and the ownership and their squad and their squad building to now move it to 7 transfer windows, which we're coming into the 7th one in the summer, where we need to look at centre forward of what? High profile acquisition. What high profile acquisition are we looking at for a centre forward? Because the late, as far as I know, Gyökeres, he's going to cost 65 million at around about 165 grand a week, which is over 150 grand a week. Isaac is going to cost 120 million at 200 grand a week. Osimhen is going to cost 55 million at 250 grand a week. Delap is going to cost 40 million on 100k a week. Let's have it right. Even though he's on 220k a week at the moment. So he's going to get increased. And the other one, Sesko, 60 million at 140 grand a week, which is very, very tight. Very tight to 150 grand a week. So what high profile acquisition are we talking about here? Simon Johnson, the PAthletic, and Ornstein, because straight away the model eliminates Gyökeres, Isaac and Osimhen and leaves you with Delap and Sesko, which that sounds right. Resale values there, age profiles there, wage structures there, and transfer fees there. So yeah, we're not looking to show any real intent to compete at the highest level. Let's have it right. Now, obviously, Fabrizio Romano is told that it's over for Ben Chilwell at Chelsea. So straight away, they've broadcasted we're letting go of Ben Chilwell. So if they don't get any offers Ben Chilwell and no one wants to pay the money they want because they've outright said that he's exiled, then what are we going to do? Loan him out? Probably. It'll be another loan because he's on over 200 grand a week. Now also, Fabrizio Romano has mentioned Chelsea are there for Dean Henderson. They've got an excellent relationship with people close to the player. Liverpool have made contact. Bayern appreciate him and also Real Madrid. But they are yet to decide if they want a centre-back. So now we're talking about not the Athletic was a striker and right winger. And Fabrizio's telling us now we're looking at a centre-back. But what level? He's 18 years old playing at Bournemouth. He might be a decent player. He's had a good season. He's had a little purple patch. But let's have it right. Like all these players they're going to bring in, what's the development path for them? And where is the experience that we're bringing in? And what high-profile levels are we bringing in? Because we need a goal, as John Owen McKell said, we need a goalkeeper. And the fan base, have it right. After spending 1.5 billion, over 3 years, we need an elite goalkeeper, which they're saying we're not going to get. No one's come out and been briefed with that one. We need an elite centre-back, world-class, but we're getting the 18-year-old from Bournemouth. We need a midfielder of elite level. We ain't been named with anyone. We need an elite striker. That's what you call a spine. We don't have a spine. There's no talk of building a spine. But what there is talk of is selling players that they bought, which brings me on to what did Nizar Kinsella say the other day? 2 days ago. Sounds like a Johnny Minerals, he does. Buy young stars on low wages, spread the payments over long contracts, keep flipping players and sell on unwanted talent for a profit. That is Chelsea's strategy in a nutshell, which is exactly what's going on. Now, I want to remind all of the Chelsea supporters, all the toxic positivity merchants, you're all fully aware of this, Everyone's fully aware. You've all been briefed now. You know what the project is, right? But you're still lapping it up. We've got Tom Overs giving it all the bigger, noshing off to Delap. I don't want Osimhen. What a disgrace. I mean, what a fucking melt. I have to call it out, bruv. What a wet wipe. How can you say you want Delap after doing what? He has to score 1 goal in every 3 games. Great conversion rate. Plays for Ipswich. Great. Going to get relegated. What's he done? Nothing. Sesko, he ain't even that great. The reality is, we're going to be stuck with Jackson and a Delap. Oh, great. Fucking hell, man. Let's all get off our seats, shall we, when we watch these two play? What an embarrassment. Bring me a Victor Osimhen. Bring me a Gyökeres. Bring me an Isaac. Bring me fucking elite players. I'm sick of all this shit. I'm sick of all these young players. I'm sick of all this kindergarten FC. I know what the model is. They can't change the model. So, Fabrizio Romano, Ornstein, Matt Law, Ben Jacobs, Desire Kinsella, why don't you fucking report the truth? Liam Turney, as I told you face to face, why don't you report the truth? The fact that they cannot go in the market and break the wage structure and pay astronomical transfer fees for elite players over the age of 25 years old. Because why? Aries management debt. 500 million loan on 13% interest rate. The syndicate bank loans with JP Morgan and what? Bank of America on 7.7% interest rate based on Sonia. So already they're having to pay debt on a double-digit interest rate. They cannot go out in the market, which is why they're copying the Brighton model. And they need to keep buying and selling players and selling what they call so-called unwanted players, or mostly players they're advertising elsewhere, to sell and increase their value. All right? You don't report that like you didn't report on Vivid Seats. You don't report on the actual facts of why we are where we are, which is why I call you lot out. Because you're fagazis. You don't do your jobs. You're shit at journalism. You're not journalists. You're opportunists. Yeah? You're pound note merchants. That's what you are. So irrespective, I don't care about your briefs. I don't care about what you're telling me, what players we're looking for. What I do pay attention to is, I already called it out months ago, that we are now a sell to buy club because there's no money for these clans to spend because they spent the 1.5 billion already. The money they fucking well loaned. But you won't say that. Why? Because you're told not to. Yeah? Well, no one tells me to do anything, bruv. I just do it. I say it. Because I don't give a shit. And that's why I call you lot out. So Fabrizio Romano, respectfully, bruv. Respectfully, yeah? Do your fucking job. You lot all tweeted out at the same time. Now, we all heard about the Santos news, didn't we? What was it about Santos? Oh, he's saying, he hasn't had any word with the club. He's going to assess all the situation with his agent. He wants to develop. He wants to play first team football. Is he going to play first team football with Enzo Fernandez, who's their star boy, vice captain? Yeah. Casado and Lavio cost over 300 million. No, Santos ain't going to play over them. So Simon Johnson's lovely, what he's put out today. He's basically said, let me read you out what he said. He said that no matter what, Santos will be staying at Chelsea. But all the other players will be sold or loaned. Not Santos. So thank you very much. We will clip that in 5K and we'll see if Santos stays at Chelsea Football Club or whether he goes on loan again. Because if he goes on loan, it's the same thing as he's not staying, is he? Not staying at Chelsea. I couldn't give a toss whether Santos stays or goes. The bottom line is we do not have a spine. We do not have elite generals in this team of any world-class level. And the blueprint, the model, the loan, the debt restricts them going in the market. Because no matter what you say, they can sell all these players. Are they going to break the wage structure to bring in an Osimhen, a Gyökeres? Let's see. It's a lot of players to get rid of. But why only 13 players out of 90? The majority of the players they bought, bar Casado and Cole Palmer, have been dross. Yeah? Disarcy's another name, all right? Disarcy they only bought a year and a half ago. Felix they bought 6 months ago, just so they can get Conor Gallagher money. Viega they only bought 6 months ago. And now these lot are on the list. Chilwell's on high wages. Kepa's on high wages. Get rid of him. Broha, they respect him apparently, but he's not part of their plans. No, he's pure profit. That's why. Yeah, Sterling, they bought. He's on 325 grand a week, and they're paying half of his loan wages, half his wages to go on loan to Arsenal. What a fucking circus. But don't worry, Simon Johnson says sales will fund a striker and a winger. Oh, lucky. We're so happy. We're going to sell almost 15 players, 10 to 15 players, so that we can fund 2 players, and maybe, according to Fabrizio, a young and centre-back with no experience. He's doing well at Bournemouth because he's developing. It's great at that level. Did you know a fun fact? That the manager at Strasbourg plays the same system as Enzo Maresca at Chelsea, except he's doing better with a less experienced squad with less quality in his squad, and he's doing better. Do you know why? Because at Strasbourg, there's no expectation to challenge at the top. So they're happy to just slowly just stagnate and build and whatnot. Yeah. Although the Ultras want Bluco out. Respect to them. Our club, on the other hand, you cannot do that. You ain't got time. You've had 3 years, you fucking clowns. 3 years you've had. And we're going to the 4th year, and you got Paulstein to tell us only after 7 transfer windows we can judge with a concrete judgment of where the project is. Fuck you. Yeah? I ain't waiting no more. And listen, all of you lot buying into this, supporting this, going, oh, well, disaster shit, get rid of him. You are the ones that are fucking calling him the Black John Terry. Yeah? You're the ones that are hyping up this wrong'un. Yeah? You're the ones that are twerking for Felix, and now you're like, oh no, Felix, don't get rid of him. Don't worry about it. Get rid of him. Yeah? Where do you think Cole Palmer's going to go? Cole Palmer ain't going to stay in this shit show. Yeah? What about Jackson? Jackson, they rewarded with increased wages. Rewarded him with failure because he did nothing in his first season. All right, gave him a contract extension. And now this guy's looking around while he's injured going, oh, they want a high-profile striker. I'm not good enough. Do you think he's going to be happy playing second fiddle after playing for 2 consistent seasons? Number 9. Our number 1, number 9. Get out of here, bruv. And then we got 8 goalkeepers, and we're not looking at a world-class goalkeeper because Ben Roberts wants to keep Sanchez. Or we got Jorgensen's. Oh, don't worry, we've got the new Courtois Penders. Yeah? Or what about Petrovic, who can actually show that he can play at the back and beat the press? And he's got a high percentage save rate. And he's a good penalty stopper. Yeah? If he comes back, they have to increase his wages. So they don't want to do that. It's all monetary driven. Everything's for profit. I'm done with it, bruv. Yeah? Don't con me. All right? So all of you lot accepting it. Now you're aware. All right, Nizaki has decided to speak the truth after 3 years of me landing it. Now you're all aware of what the project is and you still accept it. You deserve everything you get. And I want you to suffer. I do. I want you to suffer. You deserve to fucking suffer. Because you ain't got the bottle of minerals to call it out and unite as a fan base. So instead, you can fucking lamp it all up. Drink all them fraudulent minerals in while I'm drinking the elite Lovat Super Glamour minerals, bruv. Yeah, and I'll be sipping it 24/7. I'll have it on the drip, bruv. I've had my wisdom tooth out, and I've got that. I'm toothless there, bruv. But I ain't toothless like you lot. And I ain't toothless like Chelsea's Blue Coast Chelsea. You understand me? Under Don Roman, we're the most elite football club. Yeah, we were run like an elite football club. We were the world champions when these clans took over. And now look at us. We're just about trying to get top 4, trying to win a conference league. What an embarrassment. You lot are an embarrassment. The fact that you allowed our standards to capitulate because of these brown envelopes, these journalists, these copy and paste merchants, that all they do is fucking push out the Bluco agenda, the Bluco layer cake that has destroyed our football club. There's a yes man dictatorship. And Karen Winstanley, Stuart Little, you trust them to go in the market again? You trust them when they're dictated anyway? They're fucking little jellyfish, mate. They ain't got no say, bro. But they're the full guy, just like Enzo Maresca. Enzo Maresca, according to Paulstein, he's bulletproof. Everyone's bulletproof, yeah? Everyone is bulletproof, right? Except me on here. Are you joking me? I'm bulletproof. Shadowban, no Shadowban. I fucking landed, bruv. I'm Neo in the Matrix, bruv. You Agent Smiths ain't got nothing on me. Your brown envelopes are in the bin, mate. I'm burning them, bruv. And then I'm pissing on the ashes. You understand me? I'm sick and tired of your bullshit, briefs, narratives, and lies. And I call it out for what it is. Because it's all fugazi. It's all wishy-washy. Let's go and see what minerals you lot got to back up what you're saying. And let's have it right. Let's see where Cole Palmer is for the rest of the season, shall we? Yeah? Shall we see that? I'm waiting to see that. I'm waiting to see what we go and do in the market. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's going to be more dross than what it already has been. Yeah? So let's have it right. Yeah? Win, lose or draw, Bluco out, mate. Yeah? There's no other solution. And they can sell. And they might want to sell because let's have it right. That debt can be paid off at any time. So let's have it right. Smash the like button. Put your comments down below. Subscribe. Salute to all the Minerals FC Ultras. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see. And the no surrender mentality. Win, lose or draw. Bluco out. Let's go.